All right, 5 o'clock on a Friday. You know what time it is. Time to hit the books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel, alongside the man, the myth, the legend himself on the scene there, downtown Detroit. He is Joey Knish. Producer Barbara Alberts is with us. I am merely Brad Powers. Before we get to your comments, questions, and concerns, and we talk a bunch of college football, including a bunch of games tonight, let me remind everybody, and let's pay the bills here at Hit the Books. We are brought to you by FanDuel. And this college football season is delivering weekly showdowns you don't want to miss. And right now, all customers on FanDuel can score a 50% profit boost for this week's big match on campus between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Tennessee Volunteers right down there by the river. It's going to be a good one. Here's how it works on this big Georgia-Tennessee game. You place a bet on the game. You apply your profit boost. And then you enjoy boosted winnings when your bet hits. And the best part, you get paid instantly when you win. You use your boost on bets like spreads, totals, team props, and so much more. Don't wait. Visit FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks to download the app and boost your next bet on this week's marquee game between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Tennessee Volunteers. Disclaimer, you must be 21 plus and present. Select states for Kansas and affiliation with the Kansas Star Casino are 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Opt-in required. Bonus issues as a non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE New York or text HOPE New York in New York. I put you down there on the scene, Knish. I don't know if your plan was to be down there, but thank you for getting those bets in.
Yeah, you know what? I was Friday, and actually, I gotta circle back right after the not circle back the show. Circle back. I'll be back at the FanDuel Motor City right after this. But yeah, downtown on a Friday always. Plenty of orders coming in. So yeah, it was quite a day. But hey, happy to be here. Happy I don't have to watch Wake Forest's offense ever again after last night.
So I take it you had a bet on Wake?
I had a bet on Wake. It's 14-0. Even when they tied it up and then they went ahead, they go in a half. I thought I don't know if I've ever seen an offense fall off like the Wake offense fell off. Like it was like end of the second quarter. They didn't get another first down until the last drive of the game when the game was over. Like I think it was like 6 straight drive, 3 and outs or something. I don't know what happened, but yeah, Robbie Ashford and
that's what happened. We got the real Robbie Ashford.
We got the real Robbie Ashford. Once the scripted plays died up and he had to, do something himself. Also, a couple of guys on that Wolfpack defense, a couple of their linebackers were just getting after it. So credit, and you know what? He doesn't have a ton around him, but Wolfpack QB, old CJ,
I thought Smothers ain't too bad.
No, I'll give it to you. Yeah, Smothers, like physical, but I don't love what they have.
I get you on the wide receivers.
They
got a pretty light schedule. Interesting. They got, I think, at Duke next week, then Virginia Tech and Campbell. So I think they'll be probably 5-1 at least heading into South Bend. So I don't know if they're very good though.
Let me hit you with this. Does Wake win a conference game?
Oof. I don't know. They've shown enough the last couple weeks that they probably can. The ACC's bad, man. Yeah, I think they win one conference game. They finished 4-8, so they'll beat Delaware.
I think they'll get Delaware. I went through it after the National Ice game, though. I'm like, where's the dub?
Yeah, I mean that's why the under was bet by people like yours truly, and I think your buddy Tent also bet under. So
their defense.
Speaking of betting, who's betting Colorado right now in tonight's game?
Yeah, I tell you what, I was going to ask you head-to-head tonight. I know you're on Houston.
Yeah, I'll lay 4 with Houston. Head-to-head.
Let's go. Head-to-head to start it. Give me the Buffs, baby. Give me – you know what? I'm not – God damn it. If I knew we were going to do this, I would have brought the Prime Shades. Give me the Joey Primes tonight.
Yeah, they got some defensive injuries, it looks like. I don't know what they're doing at quarterback. Short week. 2 missed leading box scores in week 1 and 2. Don't like Houston's offense. I don't like Wegman, but – I do like Willie Fritz to severely outcoach Coach Prime.
No, that's fair. I will say, though, the fact that they've gotten off of Salter, I don't hate. I'm not usually like
You sure they're off of Salter? That's back and forth.
I don't know for sure, but I like. How am I going to say?
You
this?
like that Staub kid? I don't know. That's just your typical backup quarterback coming in the game and just
I hear
completely
you.
passes.
I like the fact that they have almost when you don't have a great QB. I'm not usually a multi QB system guy. When you don't have one great one, but you have a couple that offer a little bit different dimensions to the offense, you can almost kind of like if the Salter thing isn't working, you bring in one of the other guy a little bit more passing game. So I don't know. I don't mind a couple of the options they have. I don't love any of them, but I also, and I know as you said, a couple defensive injuries. Colorado has really improved the trenches. They just have. And I know that was Coach Prime. Like,
you think they haven't got killed in the trenches by Georgia Tech?
I'm not totally with you there.
Well, I'm just if Georgia Tech doesn't fumble the first three, possessions of the game, they lose that game by 17. So,
I knew Zach. I'll give it to you sharp for the JMU. The problem with the JMU QB system is one of the guys can literally only throw, and one of the guys can literally only run. So it's telegraphing exactly what you're doing. The Colorado, they've kind of got a mix of guys who do it. So I'm not as off it in terms of what they're doing.
All right, nice head to head. We'll see. Tout Service needs that one. That's how much we like Houston. We'll see though. Market looks like it wants to fade some of the Tout Services, including me this week. Don't blame them. It's been 50-50. Let me get some other things. I'm looking. Any other things tonight? New Mexico, UCLA looks like it's going back and forth. I've gotten orders from both there. Did you do anything in that game?
I was really trying to wait to see if New Mexico got out a little further, and it never did. So I'll probably have a small play-up post on New Mexico. But I was really looking for a real play. I wanted 17.
17,
yeah. I was never getting there. So it'll just be a late night pizza bet.
Let's see if you're with me on this one. I haven't bet it yet, but I think Kansas State's a sharp side. I mean, tonight in that game. Where are you at on that one?
That's the only side I could bet tonight. I've been I was probably anti-Arizona in the summer. Anti-Arizona. I know they've kind of showed out the first 2 weeks. I'm still not totally sold. And if this is, to me, this is a season on the line game, right? If you're Kansas State and you lose here,
that's over. Everything's over. Yeah.
You're over. You might
have buy, I think, on deck. This is circle the wagons. They got to win.
Like, do you lose the team type of thing?
Yeah.
After what they've had. So if they're not showing up tonight,
it was everything that could go wrong did go wrong for them. They only had the ball. I mean, this is no joke, no exaggeration. They only had the ball for 3 minutes in the second half against Army. I mean, it's just every little thing that could go wrong did go wrong in that game against them. So I do think they're the side, though. I didn't get the window. Did you get to the window on any of the two extra games? Indiana State, Indiana, Colgate, Syracuse?
No, one of my I know one of our friends in the chat bet over. One of my guys bet under tonight, but it was at 65 or better. So it dropped back down to kind of 64.5. The Indiana one, I know it opened light, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm not.
Once these are now getting in the four, and I know Signetti loves to run it up, but it's.
Yeah. I didn't bet either one. You know me, I'm not afraid to make a bet on those.
Yeah. I got to be honest, if gun to my head, I would probably take the points, but I have not done anything on either.
Yeah. All right. Let's get the stars of the show. The chat. We got a bunch lined up here. Charles, first in line. Something to note, LSU faded multiple weeks now on market. In addition to Clemson faded multiple weeks. Any other teams bet on or against of note to you guys? Well, I think talking that Florida LSU game, boy, I didn't get to the window. I do think Florida's the sharp side. I can't personally get there. Did you get there on the Gators this week? Fading LSU.
God fucking damn. I was Monday show. I was like, somebody give me a 10. There were some 9.5s out there.
Yeah.
I missed the train. So I do have a small play on Florida at 7.5. I really needed 10 for like the want to go in. I still lean the side, even though I think most of the 7.5. I think FanDuel has a juice 7.5. Mostly 7 across the board. It's the only side I could play in that one, but I really needed. I was for a full on play. I really wanted the 10, and it got that down before I could get there. The other side of things, I went a little bit. I'm on the
Did you lay it
Clemson
with
side.
Clemson?
I laid it. There was a juice 2.5 at our friends at FanDuel. I laid it, and I don't know if there's any 2.5. I know it keeps.
There's one at the 4-letter network, but
Yeah,
but it's
keeps,
way juiced.
yeah,
It's not even a 120.
popping back. I really maybe I'm but Haynes King now coming back after the week, and I know I almost. How can I say this? I almost kind of would have liked Georgia Tech's offense a little bit more pass happy under Philo, and instead of what they're going to do with Haynes King, because I don't know if that matches up as well with Clemson. And this is kind of another thing, like maybe it's not a circles of wagons game for Clemson, but if you lose here,
it's done. Everything's done.
It's a season over type of thing. And I know we're going down narrative street, but that's like, to me, this number's gotten so I can't get to, I know it was 2.5 really aren't there anymore, but I can't get to even like a Clemson -3 here. So
yeah, Patrick Burns in the chat, Clemson -2.5 a go if it becomes available. There you go. Yeah, I agree. I bet Georgia Tech early in the week. Obviously, numbers matter. 2.5 is even a go for me. Good job by you, Knish, getting that one. I was waiting to see that become. I was hoping it'd become available for the show. FanDuel likes to shade everything a half point, so that would have been one that we could have maybe done. Jacob's seen the chat. Arkansas State +21. Also go Vols. We'll stop fading them once Joey Buckets throws for 300 tomorrow. Yeah, Arkansas State. I've seen some Iowa State money. Make sure you're betting 21.5 if you want to bet Arkansas State, because it's pretty much widely available at 21.5. I'm not there though. I think it's a really bad spot on Iowa State. Arkansas State's defense is legit really bad. I guess I would prefer the over in the game, but I know your buddy Tent gave out Iowa State. I haven't bet the game side or total.
I will say I can only do over here. And maybe I know Iowa State's defense has shown out a little bit in a couple of spots, but against much different opponents structurally, Iowa, Kansas State, those teams don't attack you at all like Arkansas State does. I got to be honest, I would lean taking the 21.5 right now. I know 10 laid it with the 20.5. Iowa's kind of maybe a little bit of a tough spot they're in. And I know Arkansas State just played Arkansas on that, but
yeah, I just think, you've played already two major rivals. You've already been across the overseas. Kansas State and Iowa are their two biggest rivals. They've already got the wins. I think they're excel, particularly on defense. So that's why I kind of lean over. Although, Arkansas State's D, again, is bad. And that's a team I want to think of. What's up?
What do you think of? Hold on, I got to get this pulled up in case you like it here. Arkansas State team total, 16.5.
Arkansas State team total over 16.5?
Yeah.
That is a best bet.
There we go. There we go.
That's a best bet. I like it. I didn't even see that one. I like that quite a bit. Huh. Very good job. That's really good. There you go. Best bet to start the show. Arkansas State team total over 16.5. Friends at FanDuel or other places. Make sure you shop around, always for the best number. Other best bets we gave out earlier this week, in case you missed the Monday show. Miami -16.5. Obviously, they've taken money. It's out to 17.5. And what's really taking money, we gave out App State +1.5 on Monday. That has not only crossed through 0, that is crossed through 3 in some spots. That is up to 3.5 at a lot of books. So a lot of people love App State. You okay there with the mic?
Yeah, I was going to see you sound better now. I know some people in the chat.
It is plugged in.
It is plugged in. I know it's a little far away from me, and this place is pretty open, so it gets a little echo.
It does sound better. It did. It sounded like you were in an echo chamber, but I'll put it. I think the only furniture you got's what you're sitting on, right?
There's a bed in here and a beanbag here. You know what? I got a little side table I'll bring over here for the next show where I can just set it right there.
There you go.
There you go. All right, Bart.
That is, folks. Better. That's why we love the guy. But best bet, I really like that, man. Did you get in, or did I speak too soon?
No, we're good.
Okay, over 16.5 Arkansas State team total. That's a sneaky one. I really like that. Good job. There. Back to the chat. Here we go. Where's the super chats today? I'm joking. I'm being greedy. They're not going to us. They're going to Barbara. So help Barbara out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That also helps the channel. Mason in the chat. We'll love thoughts on Tennessee team total under. Hypo has not scored more than 17 on a Kirby defense. Go Hogs this weekend. You don't need the points. They went outright. Thanks, fellas. I do like Georgia. We finally saw that wave of Georgia a little bit, although market's not wild about it. I'm seeing a couple of 3.5s pop as I'm looking. Did you take part in Georgia? To me, it's going to be pretty clear. It's either Stockton has it or he doesn't, kind of thing. If he has it, Georgia's going to win by maybe 10 or more. If he doesn't, Tennessee's live. Did you take part in the Georgia wave yesterday?
You know what? I was able to snatch a very early in the week 3, like just flashed for a second, and they just one of those timing. It all lined up. I was right there at the screen when it flashed. A place off in the islands, and was able to get some. I still lean that way though. I know there's the trend out there with the whole like Heupel, Kirby. He never scores versus Kirby. I'm not totally gonna layer on that to me is like the only side. I just think Tennessee body of work early, not super like the teams they play, Syracuse, ETSU. I'm not totally sold on that. Not totally sold on Joey Aguilar. And on the flip side,
we bet ETSU last week.
I know. Oh, I'm familiar. I knew first that we didn't. I don't even think we covered the first half number with that 40-2. But the overall body of work, and on Georgia's side, they kind of start slow, be conservative. This is one you'll really see, like if Georgia has something in terms of like going to be a national title run this year, they come out and they handle business here. So again, I would lean that way, but I needed 3 to buy it at the 3.5s that are out there, 4s that are out there. It would be maybe a conservative lean that way.
I wish the group that hit that would have shown more patience, because there's nothing but Tennessee money all week, and sometimes it's okay to wait. And definitely with the money coming back again on Tennessee, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Good game that we can talk about tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, as far as the halftime show, we're going to do a big game. Clemson at Georgia Tech. Not a game we got best bet on, but
I thought we were doing CMU Michigan.
No, not that one. No. Halftime, if you want to tune in, Clemson, Georgia Tech halftime. Also, before the college games kick off on Saturday, I'll tell you the best thing you can do for your bankroll. You tune into the Forward Progress YouTube channel, because Hitman joins Jason Cooper to give out prop bets. You need to have your notifications set, because these lines move fast once Hitman gives them out. Tune in on Saturdays on the Forward Progress YouTube channel. There you go. Back to the chat. Oh, speaking of that, since they had to listen through that ad read, Mason's last half of that, go Hogs this weekend. You don't need the points to win outright. You want to give the money line round robin parlay away? Aren't they a part of it?
Yeah. Hey, let's
do it. Barbara, cue that one up.
Cue it up.
I think we got some special graphics for this week for that.
Oh, baby. We got the production team working now.
There we go.
As
you can see, Arkansas is a part of it.
Oh, look, that is. I didn't see that. It does look sexy. I like, it's also new kiosks around at the FanDuel locations that look. I'll take a picture of it. I'll tweet it out later. Very futuristic. But let's get to the real deal here. Duke, again, like the side, the game's kind of a pick around here. A little bit of a 2-lane fade. I think Duke, very fraudulent, what we'll call fraudulent box score versus Illinois. I still believe in the team. I still like Mensa, and maybe I'm a 2-lane hater, but been lower on them than market. Utah State have exceeded expectations so far this year. This is one, again, we'll call it a little bit of like G5, couple of unknowns. Don't know if I'm totally in the Air Force yet. Utah State impressive through a first couple of weeks. We'll take it there. The Cal Minnesota game, kind of a pick. I like what Cal's done so far this year. A game that Minnesota traveling out to the West Coast. You get them in as a home dog here, a team that I think, again, exceeded expectations. And this last one, I'll put it like this. I don't totally know how healthy Simmons is. I've heard reports that he's not healthy, that he might miss. I've heard reports he's fine, he's going to go. I'll put it like this. If you want to wait and, we'll see this one where you want to see like in pregame warmups, who's snapping the ball, how he's looking, that type of thing, or maybe switch out Arkansas for somebody else or just play the 3. I threw it in there as the chance that either Simmons is hurt, he doesn't play, or he's not 100%, that type of deal. And I think the drop-off in their QB situation from QB1 to QB2 is pretty massive. And then Arkansas is very light. Now, if Simmons comes out, if he was 100%, would I put Arkansas in there? No. But again, taking a little bit of a chance here that you see him somewhat compromised, or maybe you don't see him, or maybe see him part-time, that type of thing. There we go. Moneyline round robin of the week. 3 or 4 last week. Let's see if we
gotta win one of these. How many times?
That's being 4 out of 4.
Yeah, I mean, no exaggeration. I think we've had in the last year and a half, 6 or 7 3 out of 4 legs.
Yep.
So round robin them in addition. But let's get that way. I think it was close to 32-1. I like it. I echo a lot of the same thoughts you have about all those games. Yeah, I don't know what I was a buyer of Air Force in the offseason, but who knows what the hell they got. They played an FCS school and had a bye. And you're right. Mendenhall, there's a reason why I know everyone's making fun of my coaches list because Kalen DeBoer was at the top of it. But Mendenhall was in that top 10. It's funny. Everyone makes fun of it because Kleiman in there was Kansas State. But I think everybody else has covered almost every game so far this season. Campbell was in there. Iowa State's looking good. Come on. It wasn't all bad. Willie Fritz was in there.
I've loved him everywhere he's basically been at. So
he's Mendenhall is rock solid.
Yeah, so. You get it. You kind of know what you're getting. You know what kind of program you're building there. So,
and for an old school guy, this is the second year in a row at a new program with a heavy transfer portal. That they are hitting the ground running.
Yep,
that tells me a lot.
Yes, that a lot of those guys can't adapt.
Them old school guys can't do nothing. Even the GOAT Saban quick threw his arms up. So,
Austin Gundy's right behind him.
Go ahead.
I just say Gundy's right behind him.
Gundy's done. I finally watched the tape on that one. That was whew. I don't know if Oklahoma State's that bad or Oregon is that good. That was like Oregon playing Northwestern State, that type of thing. Northwestern State with an ST, not Northwestern. Austin M. Can y'all hit Boston College, Stanford? Cole Branson is trash, but terrible spot for BC. I think that's a pretty good handicap, to be honest with you. At 14.5, I'd lean Stanford though. But I'm not looking to bet against BC, even though it's a terrible spot. I saw enough of that kid, the quarterback Lonergan, who was originally recruited, signed at Alabama. That kid with Bill O'Brien coaching him, he looked really good. They should have beaten Michigan State.
Yep. I actually, played a little over here. A little over from 44.5. Played that. I know a lot of people, the BC money came in. Again, if you got it early in the week, obviously good play. But now at 14.5.
No.
He could only be Stanford, maybe, but I don't really. I will say, and I agree, Chuck, I do think Stanford, even if Girl Branson, I don't know if he's going to start. I think they're definitely going to mix in the other kid. Even if he start, I think you'll see multiple quarterbacks and maybe a little bit of a shift. I don't know if they'll totally shift offensive philosophy, but just they need something. He's been so bad for a few weeks that maybe the Stanford offense gets a little bump there. Just with anybody else. With anybody else. I don't care. Put the fucking punter in. He's been so bad through 3 weeks. And this guy
he didn't look. He wasn't a good quarterback at Oregon State, but he wasn't this bad.
He was and I agree with you. At Oregon State, you thought he was a game manager type guy, a serviceable guy, a guy I bet against at Oregon State. That kind of.
Did they beat Oregon with him as a starting quarterback?
Right. And what happened to this guy? The guy looks honestly like Michigan Davis Warren last year, where you're the guy can't literally
he looks worse than even him.
Right. We would be better off just running the Wildcat right now instead of him throwing footballs. That's how bad it's been. So I don't care who they're putting out there. I'm upgrading Stanford potential.
All right. We did get some super chats lining up here. Alaska Bullworm 2, $5, a 0.5% donation to Knish for suggesting to use $1K free bet on a game like Mississippi State Moneyline. Not confident in my vowels, but I think Stockton is an off-brand Milrow.
I'm happy.
I don't know if he's the athlete of Milrow. I don't know if he can throw down the field like Milrow, but I think he'll be a little bit more accurate intermediate passes. I don't think they'll rely on Stockton to have to win a game like Milrow. Again, we talked about the game I don't know. I'm conflicted. I think you're gonna know right away if Stockton has it or not. I don't know yet. We haven't seen. And a part of me does think George has been playing possum the first 2 games. So
Yeah, I think there's there.
is there a Mississippi State money line type of play this week? I think Arkansas.
You know what the problem is? Like I don't.
A&M.
Oh, that's sneaky.
Yeah,
that's
Vanderbilt.
I tell you what, and I know a few people I've seen it mentioned in the chat. I'm in my own fucking head with Vanderbilt. I've missed them on so many great opportunities as a money line dog in the last 15 games that now I'm like, they can't do it again, right? Like this can't be the fucking
down to 2.5 in a spot.
I know.
Yeah,
I
can't. You're chasing way too much now.
I'm chasing the whole thing. I'm chasing the whole Vanderbilt experience for like 18 months now. Of like, I could have just like, it's like when the Lions hired Dan Campbell. You could have just bet the Lions every week for 3 years.
Not done any handicapping, just bet them.
No, like, and now
would have had the best record of any public handicapper.
Yeah, of like just bet fucking Vandy week after week after week, Vandy money line for the last 2 years. And now I'm like, okay, this has got to come back to earth at some point, but.
I don't know if it's this week. I think South Carolina is not very good.
I don't know if it's this week either.
I bet Vandy gave him out on another show, but we can't be giving him out at 3.
No.
No, we try to keep it real here. Try to be somewhat professional. Mike Sheeran in the chat, $4.99 super chat. Pitt spread got hammered. What do you guys think about the team total, 31.5? I think I'd be more inclined on West Virginia's team total under. Where are you at there? West Virginia defensively has been a little bit better than I thought. But where you at?
I agree. I think their defense has been a little better. I just like not only. I mean, I know the spread got away, but then you're also talking about like that team total. If you're doing it, would have been 28 or something, 27.5, 28. Now you're getting 30. You're not even 30.5, 31.5. I can't chase the team total number either at that point. Obviously, Pitt was good early in the week. That would be one I would see maybe try and jump in live if you're looking something that way. I just can't chase the Pitt numbers.
Yeah, we're anxious to see what that does tomorrow in the market. I could see West Virginia starting hot in the game, but then they ain't got enough Jimmys and Joes.
No.
And man, Ohio tried to give them that game in the second half, and they got nothing. Do we got one more? We got a couple more super chats. Another one by Mike. $4.99. One more. Really worried about my Gamecock Saturday. We talked about it. Offensive line is brutal. Can't get the ground game going at all. I mean, they have had 2 very misleading performances. The one handicap I like, just a very simple handicap about the game. I mean, very, very rarely do you get a common opponent in week 3.
Yep.
And it's Virginia Tech, like not an FCS school. We're talking a legit team data point. And Vanderbilt smoked Virginia Tech in that second half. South Carolina got outgained by Virginia Tech, and the punt return kind of saved them to win the game and cover the game. And then last week, South Carolina box score, 2 more punt return touchdowns. I think they got a defensive touchdown too. They only outgained South Carolina State by 50 yards. I think they're in trouble, Mike. I think Vandy keeps it rolling, but I don't like the price right now.
Yeah,
kind of like John. Speaking of price, $5 Barbara tip jar. Keep it going.
Bring Barbara John? Can you jump?
She doesn't want to come on.
Oh, she doesn't want it. We can get it. Just
that's what she told me, at least. Now she'd come on.
All right, I won't press her into it, but she's phenomenal job so far. And listen, I don't just say that as because we've had producers that still work for this network that I don't mind saying they've been absolute bums. Jason and Jacob. But you know what? She's doing incredible.
She's a very quick learner.
Yes.
We got guys that have been with the network for years, and I mean it's like it's rough. So good job, Barbara. Hopefully you get to see that $5. I would say go and get a $5 footlong, but I'm so old that what are those, like $15 now? Barbara says she's putting $5 on Temple plus 23.5.
Oh.
You can get 24. Now our friends at FanDuel have 23.5, Barbara, but I'd make sure you get 24. Now that's been some movement. Temple got steamed all week, but in the last 24 hours, Oklahoma, I think correctly, has gone from 21.5 back up to 24. I think 24 is kind of a fair number.
Yeah.
But I think it's a sleepy start. I think Temple first half, man, now that I think about it, I'm just going off the cuff here. Yeah, Temple first half is what I'd be interested in. Sleepy start across the country, noon, off the big game. Temple's playing defense. Casey Keeler was another coach in my coaches list. He's pretty good. Temple first half, but I could see Oklahoma getting margin late.
Yeah, I mean, that one obviously massive steam.
Were you part of the Temple original steam?
I was not, actually. It was not really a game on the radar, not one that I had orders for. I'm not sure. Do you know who actually moved that one? Because it got hit a few waves. But no, I didn't.
I think Horseshoe was part of the Temple steam, although he was like second or third wave.
Yeah, well,
I don't know who came back on Oklahoma.
You mean
I don't
he
know
got
who
it
came
from
back on
somebody else
Oklahoma
and then gave it out? That's a shocker.
Yeah, shocker. He's part of the. So he's got a bad number. If he bet Temple now, he'd have a better number. So again, that guy's something else. Pays to originate. I don't know who's part of the Oklahoma money. Maybe someone in the chat knows. I didn't see anything come across my scene. But again, that's went up 2.5 points in the last 24 hours. Here's your boys. David Deal in the chat asking about a Michigan team total over 34.5. I lean that way. My power ratings actually lean side to 27.5. I like your boys to bounce back this week. You don't?
Yeah, you know what? I would lean that way too with the side. I'll go way too in the weeds for you.
I like this.
The issue I would have is Central running this weird, running game, kind of, half option offense. Michigan never changes the defense against these people. Ever since they brought in the Jesse Minners and the Mike McDonald, they went to this more like cover zone type of thing to go against Ohio State. They don't like to adjust and scheme it up for the peasants. So they're not going to run something like they're not going to be grinding the tape all week to come up with a defense that's specific to take out this CMU offense. They're going to run their base stuff. If they get hit with a few plays, fine. And if they don't get margin, I don't think they really care about that. So that's my only caution is I don't think you'll see like a tailored game plan to the CMU, offense here. With that said, they really offensively, I think
they got to get going.
They got to get going. I think you'll see more of the tempo, more of the passing game, more of them trying to get Underwood some reps because that fucking whatever they did last week on the road at Oklahoma, that ain't it. So no. I think you'll see them come out.
They're going to lose 4 or 5 games with that game plan.
Agreed. You're not good enough to play that conservative. Like the defense isn't. I'll take the L here. The defense isn't up to last year's standards. So
it isn't. Offensive line ain't there either.
No. So you
I thought it'd be a little bit better, but no.
Yes. You can't play old like Jim Harbaugh conservative ball when you don't have the best players on both lines. So you're going to have to take some shots. I would lean over in that one. I would lean over and side.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's correlation there. Michigan minus 27.5 and over 42.5.
There you go.
I like it. Parlay it. Correlated parlay.
Correlated. It's maybe some place spots don't let you do that anymore, but hey.
Yeah, I think there's that's one. Makes sense. Speaking of your backdrop there, beautiful backdrop. Logan Downing in the chat. What does a Friday night for Joey K look like down in Detroit, downtown?
Well, I'll tell you, Lo, it looks like a lot of casinos. if you ever been to the inside of casino, that's what it looks like for Joey K on most Friday nights. Because everybody's got orders for Saturday. I got plays for Saturday, and so most of the next once we log off here, it'll be a few casinos, including our friends at FanDuel Motor City, and then I got to go get something to eat eventually. So.
Mike in the chat, this is great. Hey guys, first time viewer. Yep. And don't recognize that name at all. Thoughts on Oklahoma minus 24 seems like the lock of the year.
Yeah. Do we still have
hopefully you have a 21.5.
Yeah. Do we still? I know we used to block the bots when they would come in. Can we block that?
Yeah. He should be. His team looked pretty good. If they were buttoned up a little bit more, that could have been real bad. 17-20 point win last week.
You know what? And I don't want Mike to, completely, glather himself up. I think they're live versus Texas this year. Because if you want to tell me who's looked better early season, who do I think's got the better quarterback? Don't tell the media. It would be Oklahoma.
That's a good, Barbara. Go down to the games, FanDuel, just the games for the week, but scroll down all the way to the bottom. I think that they're offering that line. I'm anxious to know what that game of the year line is.
It is 6.5 right now.
Yeah, I'd certainly lean Oklahoma there. What's that total?
52.5.
I'm on under there. Is there anything that says, I know a high scoring Lincoln Riley ain't at Oklahoma anymore. And Arch Manning isn't what they've had at quarterback. That says under there. There
Yeah,
you go.
there you go for a few look aheads. Oh, I'll give you. You know what? We'll do the whole. I was going to do this part of the show. Might as well segue in it. I'll give you a couple. I played this week. They've moved a point or so, but I'll just again nothing off the top. But Baylor, or no, I'm sorry, Arizona State plus 4.5 at Baylor.
Oh, okay.
So still 3.5. I would still even lean that way at 3.5. I don't have, just again, if we're just doing, level one handicapping, I don't think Baylor's a better team than Arizona State. So
Now, Arizona State, once they settled down a little bit last week, they were the better team than Mississippi State. Well, I
know they took the L of Mississippi State. I'll be honest. I know we had them. I know we had Mississippi State. I know we had them in the money line. I don't really think they deserve to win there at the end.
Arizona State blitzed again. They did the same
Yeah,
damn thing they did against Texas. So
I just think, team to team, Arizona State's better. Also, this one, I know it's going to be Happy Valley at night. I took Oregon 4.5.
I love it. Oregon's going to beat them outright.
I just don't think Penn State can be laying that number in that game. I know if you want to, if you're one of those like Happy Valley at night, we got to juice it up.
Happy Valley at night's overrated. Go look at the results.
I'm with you.
They can't beat Ohio State at night. None of those games.
Yeah. So I can't.
I want to see Oregon this week, a tricky spot, Northwestern. Then I think they got Oregon State, but I mean, I have not seen it from Penn State. Even last week, that was 20-0 with 5 minutes left. Typical James Franklin got a couple of long touchdowns, make that look better.
Yeah, and I haven't asked in the chat. I'd still lean. I don't see how that game, barring something happening, I don't see how that closes at above 3.
I agree. Good job. I like it. Guy asked in the chat, "Hey guys, Notre Dame minus 6.5 against A&M. Can't stop the run. Thoughts?" Well, I mean, the season's on the line for Notre Dame. I like the over in the game. Sidewise, I'm on A&M, but again, I took 7.5. Those are the two bets I made there, and over.
Yeah, I can. If you're doing Texas A&M, I can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got. I understand why people. I know some people that bought the Notre Dame when they were under 7. This is your classic hit the books line. We do 2.5 one side, 3.5. It's your classic. I think people buy 6.5, and people are buying 7.5 on Texas A&M. So
yeah,
I like the A&M side a touch better at the if you're getting the full touchdown. But again, couldn't play it now. Now it's basically dipped under everywhere.
East Carolina taking some money right now.
Yeah, I see that.
That's the tout service play.
Yeah, that's really good
at Penny. I don't know. Watching, I'm not gonna. I'll jinx it. Coastal's been as bad, quietly one of the worst teams in the country so far.
No, I'm with you there.
Eat that in the chat. Thoughts on Air Force -4, Memphis -4, BC -10.5 early in the week. Those are bets he made early in the week. I think of them. Obvious answer is BC because it moved a lot. Finally saw Memphis got steamed against all week, but we finally saw some buy orders on Memphis. My power ratings lean Memphis there. Although I'll say we bet them last week.
Yeah.
I wasn't overwhelmed by that. They got a pick 6 late in the game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that pretty much played to right around the spread. I don't know. People hate this, but this is a good game for a data point, man. Big time game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Troy caught Clemson napping, or is Troy that much better? Because you and I both wanted to be on Troy, but then the transfers post-spring worried us.
I know. It's like
they were terrible against Nicholls State, and then had like a run out in the second half against them where they almost covered, and then they had a really good half against Clemson, then they got beat up. So they haven't been very consistent. I don't know. I'll know more about each team after the game, but right now I don't have a bet. I would lean Memphis.
I would lean there. It's got to be 3 for me to play it, and I don't think you'll see flat 3s. So it's probably
friends at FanDuel had the best price, 3.5 -120. If you're interested.
So again, that'll be one monitoring the screen for tomorrow. But I would need a 3. I lean Memphis because you know what? I think Troy maybe the performance last week against Clemson, the first half maybe has their the market a little high on them. But again, as you said, it was a team we were looking to buy on, and then spring happened, and then I don't know. It's hard to gauge exactly where I'm at on them at the moment, or where they're at the moment, and what kind of level is this Troy team going to be?
I'm behind on the ads. Keep in mind, we got a ton of ads. Pay the bills here.
Oh boy.
If you can't get enough of us, you're in luck. We do 3 shows a week now, including the Saturday halftime show. Joey Knish and I give immediate reaction to the games of the morning, plus anything we might like later in the day. That's Saturday right here on the Hit the Books YouTube channel. The halftime show, the game tomorrow is Clemson, Georgia Tech. Boy, the powers that be doing cross promotion. I got another couple ads to read too. Jeez. Thank you to the chat. What do we got here? I'm looking. Do we got a duck sighting? I'm looking. Step on a duck. How about Ball State opening plus 4.5 against New Hampshire a couple hours ago? Yeah, I would certainly lean Ball State there. Connor Hartle in the chat, member for 12 months. We back in Ron Rivera and JKS now that there are some threes. Yep, we are part of the Moneyline round robin.
Yeah, I mean, that was the number. I think it's a pretty high variance game, but at 3, that was kind of the price that if you're looking for Cal, I think that's the buy price. And again, I got to say it. I maybe it could be a little high on. Maybe it was a Oregon State thing the first week, but overall, Cal, and I know they a little bit of a slow start, but
that's a top 10:30 kickoff time.
Yep.
I think Cal can win that game. Good job by you putting them in.
I saw. You know what? I'm a hijack because I saw UMass Iowa. Did you do anything?
I wanted to bet my numbers called for Iowa, just never got to the window.
Yeah,
I can't lay them with that team, man.
I can't unsee what I've seen for the last.
But UMass is bad.
UMass is really bad.
They're going to legit make a run with Kent State to be. I mean, there's a lot of the MAC is awful, man. I think right now I got bottom 4 teams in the MAC are the bottom 4 teams in the country. I mean, it's bad. Eastern Michigan, I mean, they are pathetic. Like you said, I think on the Monday show, I mean, that was a legit loss. There was nothing turnovers. It's honestly that they probably should have lost by more to Long Island. Long Island is a below average FCS team.
Right.
Ball State's really bad. Massive. I mean, again, those teams are it's a bad year for me to move back home and watch MAC football. Tyler Simonson, I forgot to mention this. First time selling beer at Notre Dame, worth a point.
Oh, baby. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I just saw that today. I forgot about that they're selling beer. Man, they got 100 plus recruits, a bunch of 5 stars. It's probably, I'm not exaggerating, it's probably the biggest recruiting weekend they've ever had as far as high level guys. They haven't been able to get 5 stars until Marcus came around here the last couple of years. Carter in the chat, $2 super chat. Is it a sucker bet to tease LSU and Notre Dame -1 at -110? I don't hate it. I mean, you don't tease college football.
Well, there was a time where you did.
Yeah.
Don't put me on my soapbox again. There was a time when our sponsor offered +110 on those college football teasers.
Yeah. I don't hate it, to be honest with you. I wouldn't go overboard.
Yeah,
I just think both of them are lower scoring as far as the total. Both, I mean, I don't. With that being said, though, I think there's some variance to the Notre Dame game because if you tell me Texas A&M beat them, I wouldn't be stunned. If you told me Notre Dame win by 3 touchdowns, I wouldn't be stunned. So probably too much variance in that one. I think there's probably variance in the LSU game too. If Florida won outright, I wouldn't be shocked. If LSU beat them by 4 touchdowns, I wouldn't be shocked. So no, I'm thinking that through. I don't like that tease. You know what I tease? The Army-Navy game, dog and under. That's what I tease. Cadillac John, $5. Took Illinois -27.5 on Wednesday. No movement except the juice. Coin flip better is Illinois good for it versus Western Michigan. I think it's a coin flip bet. Numbers call for it. I'm rooting for you though. I want you to win that bet, and I want you to win it easily. And here's why. Illinois next week's at Indiana, and then plays USC. I want Illinois looking really good on the scoreboard another week. Because I want to fade Illinois the next 2 weeks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I mean, again, a team that very fortunate versus Duke. Played, a corpse in Western Illinois. I agree. I think it's a team that might be getting, building up their profile to be overvalued if you can time the entry right. But again, I'm not going to talk anybody off. Western's looked better than I thought, I guess. That North Texas game was probably one of the sharper moves of the season so far in North Texas, just in terms of, and
wasn't right.
It was not right. And
what do we make of that? I don't know.
I don't know.
We will find out. Another sneaky good game. I love these games. Washington State, North Texas. Sneaky good game. I know before coming into the season, I love North Texas. Did not like Washington State. Get an idea on that one. I've seen back and forth. I've seen orders on both Wazoo and North Texas. I like that game. Go back to the chat. Logan was asking about that. North Texas minus 5.5 against Washington State. Do you have anything on it at current?
No, because I know, again, same thing. I know some people that bet the 4s, and then there was buyback on the 6s. I'm neutral. I was, pretty bullish on North Texas overall, and going into this season. Didn't love last week's performance. And that's it's a little bit of a tough spot. I know, hashtag, taking the spot, but to go out to Western Michigan now, Washington State has teams. I would say I don't have a real opinion at the current 5.5.
I like a lower scoring game.
Okay.
I do think North Texas's defense is improved. Washington State's did some things last week in San Diego State, although Denigle's terrible.
Yeah.
I
will say that was.
I tweeted about the game. There's a time and place for everything. Sometimes these new young coaches, a punt is okay. Taking a knee before the half is okay. Let's get to the half, and he didn't. And by the time the offense got the ball back, I mean, Wazoo had scored 16 points. Unbelievable.
You know what? I got a little bit caught up in the flash fast week 1 there, because Denigle at Michigan, remember, Michigan's offense last year, the guy couldn't get on the field. He was healthy. He could not get on the field in that quarterback competition. And I'm like, this bum's going out there to be the starting quarterback. And again, you look, they look, passable, very, against a peasant week 1. And I'll admit, I drank the Kool-Aid a little too much last week.
I'll get a lot of repeat questions, but Evan in the chat, this is a game we haven't talked about yet. Ohio State minus 29 day has a history of
boy. Teams. The Bobs are getting steamed like they
know the final.
Did you end up? I
am a part of Ohio, but I bet it on Sunday at a ridiculous number. Right now, I'm waiting to have a bigger bet on the Buckeyes, if that makes sense.
I was looking for a 28. I think, did a few spots even hit flat 28?
I didn't see it. Now I wasn't staring at it the whole time. I didn't see it though.
28 though, I'm in.
I'm in too. The game's at 7, so that's a game. Let's look at that one tomorrow during the halftime show. I want some action on the Buckeyes. I think Ohio runs out of gas after 2 60-minute efforts against, and now they're playing the Buckeyes. Buckeyes, I think, have a bye on deck. It's a night game.
I know. This is your classic, lower tier team that's been playing above, couple of good opponents, and then now goes versus a juggernaut and gets clobbered.
Yeah. They are going to get after Navarro.
Yeah.
And if it gets out of hand, I set him down in the second half. Right? We got to go win the MAC.
Yeah, this is it's hard to do that for you, but I hear what you're saying. It's kind of like what people are saying about, the South Florida this week, where it's like, and again, they're never going to do this, but this game doesn't. I know it's Miami, but you've already got your non-con wins that you needed. Now all you got to do is win the AAC and you're in the playoff. And it's like,
I think you give it a go for a bit. If you ain't got it right away, you're done. You shut people down. That's how I treat it.
But people get that blows up of you quit. Yeah, you quit on you quit on your team.
I don't know. I'd live to fight another day, man. Come on. And he has Brown for USF has injury issues in the past. Trip in the chat's asking about Tulsa plus 14.5 minus 115 in the market. Does it trigger a bigger bet on them? a bet, not a big bet. I bet them this week, but not. I'm not wild about it. I mean, they did lose to New Mexico. What did I say? Like laying points on the road. I'll tell you another thing. Tulsa, for all the love they got all week, they got steamed against big time on Saturday last
They
week.
did.
So let's keep an eye on that.
Hold on. I was trying to see because the screen was lying to me, but it's minus 140. That's why. I was looking at on the chat Ohio State first half. They have minus 16.5, but it's minus 140. So you're paying the extra vig there. I would love a 16.5, but
not at 140.
Yeah, not at 140.
Jared Rutter in the chat, $4.99. Thanks, Barbara. There you go. Hopefully another $5. Now you can buy with a couple of them. Now you can go out, treat yourself. Step on a Ducks asking about Zips team total 23.5 this week.
Let's not just that game in general.
Got steamed. The over got steamed up. I got nothing. I see a lot of team total Akron under in the market. I am not there, even though I know they got a goose egg so far.
I know. I can't this UAB defense is so legendarily bad. I will say though, shouldn't UAB
they gave up 42 to an HBCU team. I'm not laughing. That's not a joke. They did.
I know. It's just like how is that even possible? Like what? I know. The defense is just in a different stratosphere. This game, I don't know. I haven't bet it. I kind of it's basically the side has kind of stayed there all along. Man, the over really did take. I don't know. I hadn't had that game on the radar.
Yeah, it took a ton. So
yeah,
I mean, you must they must think somebody's going to score because that went up in some of the early spots. It's gone up almost 6 points.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shane's asking about Eastern Michigan. I thought one of the sneaky good plays I'll give him kudos. I thought Tent did a good job of releasing Kentucky at the low point this week. Yeah, I don't think Calzada's worth anything.
No, would you be shocked if there was an improvement at the quarterback position?
No, I think there will be.
I tend to agree.
That Boley kid, the problem with him is this is in the weeds, but this is how much college football I'm into. He reclassified like a year early. He needs another year of high school. These kids reclassify.
I know. I don't
he's
know.
He's not good enough to do that. So he's behind. But I think he'll start as, this year goes on and next year he'll be fine. I've seen tape on him. He'll be fine. But again, needed to play his senior year in high school.
I agree, man. No, we are aligned on that. It takes you got to be a special type of guy to because then you're getting there at like 17, you're doing a red shirt, 17, 18. It's like, no, I think you're better off in a lot of cases.
I'm all for the graduating in December and showing up for spring practice.
Yes.
But
you need that whole year.
No, you need to play fall unless you're Bryce Underwood. And even then, look at him. I don't know. When you got a game plan, the coaches didn't help him out.
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, that's too many. It happens too often nowadays where kids just want to get on. And especially like now with the NIL situation, like what do you like? I don't like the reclassification at all in most cases.
I'm just looking at it's a lot of repeats questions. Sorry, guys. Make sure you're rewatching the show. I'm going to get one more ad and sneak in here. We got to think if we have any other best bets. I think I got one. I'm looking at one right now. Well, I'll see what you thought. It's gotten steamed against me. But before we get into that, listen, if you're tuned in right now, I know you love college football, but I get the feeling most of you enjoy the NFL as well. And if you do, you need to check out Rob Pizzola at 11 a.m. Eastern on Sundays as he brings you the pizza buffet where he breaks down every game and what his thoughts are on the market. He's been doing it for years, folks, and a ton of people love it. That's Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern on the Forward Progress YouTube channel. Here's the game.
I do enjoy, even though I'll say something nice about our other shows for once. I do like the pizza buffet on Sunday mornings.
I am betting, I got to watch it. You can see, honestly, I could go, oh, yeah, I love that show. No, I'm usually betting, so I need to watch that show. I've never watched it. Is it legit? Or are you giving me a company line here?
No, I actually, when I can, I'll watch it.
All right.
If I'm available on Sunday.
Yeah, right.
It is.
Yeah, I'm going to be in now.
Produced by Barbara.
It is produced by. Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
got to ask you. Oh, you know what, Keith? Good. I'm on Bud Crawford this weekend for Joey Boxing. A couple of the boxing guys I like are on Crawford. I like the number especially. So give me Bud Crawford versus Canelo this weekend. I mean, I'm a long-term Canelo hater, but I like Bud at the price. Also, what a segue here. Connecticut, Delaware. I know that because the Blue Hens took a little money today.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't know if I agree with it either.
We don't have the best price though.
No.
I don't like it because I like promoting our book.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. If you're 7.5's available, I would be betting that. I bet a worse number. So I think that's a 3:00. We can maybe see where that's at halftime tomorrow. I like Connecticut. I have bet Connecticut. I bet it on an opener thinking it was going to close 10 or higher. So that tells you everything you need to know. Delaware was better.
They were.
Than the scoreboard against your Buffs that you love tonight. Although the market kind of likes you. The market does not like Brad Powers this week. It's tout service. And speaking of that, another good segue. Another game that the market doesn't like that I gave out is where are you at on this Georgia Southern Jacksonville State game?
It could only be Southern for me.
What about 2.5? Is that best bet?
I got to tell you, I don't believe in. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
best bet right now. Georgia
Best
Southern,
bet.
7:00 kickoff, game number 164. Georgia Southern -2.5, -120. That's a great bet. You better get in.
I like that a lot.
It's going to be moving. -2.5, -120. It's going to go to 3.
I know.
3.5.
I know. I got to get it in myself here. I'm scrambling. I wasn't ready for
7:00 start time. 7:00 start time. Georgia Southern. I know you don't like Jacksonville State, and I think this is a circles the wagons for Georgia Southern off a West Coast trip. 0-2. I know the numbers. Their defensive numbers are the worst in the country. Well, they just played the best offense in the country in USC. Come on. I know Georgia Southern's bad. Chosen sports. I get it. Whatever. They played somebody. They played USC, and they weren't bad the whole game. I watched the USC tape. It wasn't terrible. I mean, yeah, USC hit like 7 explosives, but I mean, they're going to do that. And the Fresno State game was horrible in the second half, but the first half was okay. So there we go.
If you look at like Jacksonville State, and I know they ran it against Lillard, they had 50 fucking passing yards versus Liberty. And again, like
I don't think Liberty's any good, man.
No, and I'm saying for week 1 versus UCF, I think their offense, and again, I know they were able to run it. Maybe I don't believe in Winsat. I don't believe in what they're doing. I don't think
they keep pace.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think their offense is good enough, and I think the defense. You played UCF week 1 when they were complete scramble mode with a first.
And in weather.
Yes, and weather, and then Liberty maybe just sucks, and I don't think they should have won that game, like 50 passing yards. So
the market's not responding. So I mean, I might have a big fat loser here, but I like it. I think Raz has it. I think even Duck has it this week. Georgia Southern. You know what? Trifecta: Duck, me, and Raz. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Especially at 2.5. That was a nice lead in. Now you got me. Good stuff.
I don't think you knew it was 2.5, did you?
No, I didn't. I did not know it was 2.5. So
you're thinking I was going to try to sell you 3.5. So I can see.
So 3.5, you would add a little bit more, but 2.5, I'm in.
All right,
glad I got that. I almost fucking missed that.
Yeah, I think that's a really good bet. Really, really good bet. I love that bet. I'm glad we got that in. We got any other things? What about Joey props be tomorrow?
I'll have the Joey props tomorrow. And you know what? That's on me, R-Dub. I didn't I was gonna go, bet a bunch of the props and then give a couple out today. I didn't make it there yet. So I gotta get in, and then we'll have the fresh Joey props tomorrow for the halftime show.
Unless you got something, I might run a couple quick by and then we'll come out. But right now, because people are bitching that I didn't run down the best bets last week. Team total, Arkansas State over 16.5. That was on today's show. Love that one. Good job by you. Miami -16.5 on Monday. Georgia Southern just now. Good job, Barbara, for getting that one up. -2.5, -120. And then App State +1.5. Love that one. That was a good one there. I'm just looking at the board. I don't want to miss anything.
Did you I don't know. R Dub's asking about any conference futures. I really have not, and I usually love adding mid-year conference futures, especially the G5 stuff.
I haven't. I want this. This is the data point. I'll have 3. That way I can, if I got 2 good, 1 bad, I can start deciding what the hell is going on.
I don't CMU. I can't get that. I don't know if the offense is going to work as well in conference now that it's kind of out there and teams are. And I'll be honest with you, the top of the MAC, when you add in Ohio, is just better than I know we talked about the bottom, the top, Ohio, Toledo, and Buffalo. Like, you've got to leapfrog all 3.
No,
I don't think Central's that team to be able to do it.
After BG beats Liberty, they'll be in the mix too.
There you go. There you go. Man, Conference USA's one. I
think that's the one you need to.
That's the one that I say is wide open. And I know BP's been on Liberty. I've been on Western Kentucky. Neither of those teams gives me all the feels right now. So
the good data point for Liberty to see if they can rebound. Jacksonville State, who beat Liberty. Again, we're not liking Jacksonville State, but it's a good one to at least get an idea. I need those couple data points here, and who knows? I mean, the bottom of it's terrible. I'll tell you a good game that we didn't talk about: the Shula Bowl. Are you in on this one? For those of you that don't know, Florida Atlantic, FIU. Do anything here?
I didn't. I looked at
money on FAU today.
Yeah.
That's a 6:00 start time. I got some moles down in South Florida there in Miami. I'm gonna ask them tomorrow and see if they got anything.
Okay.
I heard some early whispers that FIU was a side, but that went out to 3 early in the week and got bought back. USC Purdue, you do anything there? I'm on USC.
I lean USC. I did not officially get to the window on that one though.
What about Wisconsin, Alabama? Because we'll be already in halftime of that show.
Bama for me. Whoa. I'm surprised the market's actually ticked down a bit. Where are you at? Do you think it goes lower than 20?
What is going on right now? I see that. I didn't know it came back down. 20 faraway places. What's going on there? I don't want to touch that now. I don't know what to think of Alabama yet. I think Alabama's a side there, but I do respect Friday moves for the most part.
No, that's fair.
I mean, if I didn't know anything, right? If I just woke up now, I've been asleep all week, and I saw -20, I'd be more on the Alabama side. Do you really trust that quarterback? I know they crushed ULM, but whatever. Wisconsin's defense will give them some looks. But Wisconsin, I think the quarterback's going to turn it over for Wisconsin a couple times. Connecticut's getting pounded again, so I'm glad we held off on that one. Delaware's continuing to take money. I need Delaware to lose that football game for a win total. I can't have them winning that game. I got nothing. I think that's going to close out the show, guys. I appreciate everybody, especially you, Knish, Barbara. Great job producing. And everybody with all the super chats, all the comments, questions. Appreciate you guys. Again, halftime tomorrow. Big game. Clemson at Georgia Tech. We'll see you then. You just watched Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel.